Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to the stream. Um, so I will take, so okay, so let me go ahead and start the introductions, but I will say that I just got back from seeing the Mario Galaxy movie, and I'm going to be talking about that as I play, and it's going to include spoilers. Um, but before that, um, I guess right now, what do we do? We beat Surge. We headed back to Cerulean. We got the bike, didn't we? Yes, we got the bike, so we're headed to Rock Cave. Now, for those wondering, what are we doing? Well, basically, the goal is to find out which starter Pokemon is the best one. And to do this, we are going to solo run with each starter. I already started with Charizard, and he did pretty well. Now we're doing Venusaur, and we've been having some slight struggles. So with that, we shall continue. Now, back to the other thing. When it comes... Now, so like I said, my goal is I am going to be talking about the Mario Galaxy movie. I will first include a little bit of an overall non-spoiler thoughts on it, which is simple. Overall, I enjoyed the movie. When it came to spectacle and things like spectacle and action scenes, things like that, that was really good. I really enjoyed it, and yeah, I really enjoyed it, and I'd say it like overall, I think with those things itself, I liked more than the first one. Now when it came to what I'm pretty sure just about everyone else has a problem with, the pacing and the kind of the overall story, the first one did it better. For all you like, oh, blah, blah, blah. No, don't get me wrong. It's not that I disliked it. I generally enjoyed it, but generally, not genuinely. And I'll get to the things in a minute, but the first Mario movie did it better. I have some issues with it, and like I think a lot of people do with like, again, when it comes to like the pacing of it and things like that, which I can easily see the problem with. So, outside of that, yeah, so here's your spoiler right now, and you can leave, you can put it on mute. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to say spoiler warning's over. But either way, there you go. If you want to continue to watch the run, whatever. But I'm going to be talking some more spoilers things on it. So, yeah. Okay. So, like I said, final spoiler warning. Okay, so. Oh, also, before I do that, the spoiler thing, I do think that the next movie is... I'm going to enjoy the next... Like, I enjoyed this one for the most part, and the next... I am looking forward to the next one. Anyways, so now spoiler territory. Okay, so... The first thing that I want to mention is some people might not consider this a spoiler. I do. I hate the fact that they spoiled Fox McCloud. I absolutely hate that. Especially after seeing the movie. It would have been such a treat to not know that he was coming. Because you get to the point in the movie, so long story short, Peach and Toad, sorry. Anyway, so Peach and Toad, okay, long story short, okay, so what happens is, a quick synopsis up to this point. Peach, Rosalina gets kidnapped. One of the Lumas goes to find Peach and sends her to some kind of like, I forgot what it's called. It's kind of like a port type thing, but for space things. And so they get sent to this port. The Luma turned into one of those like zippy stars and flew them out there. And so they get to this port and like, oh, we need to get to the junk galaxy, something like junkyard something junk was in the name. It's annoying. I just came from there and I can't remember it. And they're trying to find someone to pilot them out there. And like, you know, at this point, like, okay, this is where they're going to introduce Fox McCloud, because like, there you go. Like, they already showed Fox McCloud is going to be in it, so obviously this is going to be his part. I enjoyed his part in it. You know, I thought it was fun, but it would have been so much better if I didn't know he was going to be in it. I didn't mean to click Razor Leaf. Yes, I'm getting a little passionate, essentially, but just, yeah, So, back to what the thing is, after I take a quick drink. Here's the thing. I can go ahead and I guess I can kind of go through the beats of the movie and say things I didn't like and disliked and things like that. So, it starts off, you see Rosalina in her tower and she's reading stories to the Lumas or whatever, and she's going to be, she starts trying to say something about, Princess Peach. And then she's like, tell them a story about the plumbers. The weird thing is like, it doesn't exactly explain how these books work because, or how she knew about the plumbers, you know? Which again, story type thing, there's a bunch of things that it feels like they don't really answer, which goes into like the pacing problems. Like, it doesn't really explain. I guess you could say that maybe she's keeping an eye on her, on Peach, which I'll explain when I get towards the end. The reason why I should want to do that. So either way, she starts that, she's going to do that. They end up, Bowser Jr. shows up with a new mech, and I guess somehow Kamek, found him, and back to them. Bowser Jr. basically captures her and another Luma, takes it to space or whatever. They go to this planet, Bowser planet that he made, and let's see, and then he puts her in jail cell. Rosalina almost breaks free, but the Luma gets free or whatever and goes to find Peach, which a little later he finds out that the reason why was because apparently Rosalina had told the Lumas if anytime anything ever happens to her, go find Peach. And so that's what happens. He heads that way, and then Rosalina gets recaptured or whatever. Anyways, so you move on, you go back to the Mora thing. This is where you see them biking down through the desert or whatever. And so so they did the bike, they biked the desert, they arrive in that place from Mario Odyssey. They go through the thing. Like I said, I love the connection between the brothers is something I really enjoy about this. Like that little like this bump thing they do, and just I love that. I love to just see the connection between the brothers. It is fun. And my cat he wants attention. So, like I said, I enjoyed the connection, the dynamic between the two brothers. Because then you can also see, like, Luigi being, like, definitely a lot more confident than he was. But you still have that, like, this little bit of the scarediness in there, here and there. And as to go, they try to fix his pipe, or I guess they're hearing some sounds from the pipe in that upside down temple. It's a warp pipe, and it turns out it's turns out it's the Yoshi that you see in the trailers, and so it's the same Yoshi from the end credits, and apparently he you see a flashback of what the Yoshi was up to. Apparently he hatched on the other side. He went exploring, got into a little trouble, and eventually headed back. It's kind of, I guess, because by that point, I guess because like you see a lot of the humans around, but they didn't seem to fully be like, oh my goodness, it's a Yoshi or some weird alien creature. So it's possible like they're implying that maybe, because I think they did show a couple of other non-humans around, I want to say, but generally speaking, they didn't show anything. Either way, so after the little flashback, they come back. It's a quick little thing. Yoshi basically joins the team. They head back to the place after the problem is solved, and turns out it's Peach's birthday or whatever, and that's what, instead of being the Star Festival, it's Peach's birthday, or more specifically, Peach's Found Day. They celebrate their birthday on her birthday on the day they found her, that you see from the first movie, and you get this nice thing. Mario still is showing that Mario's starting to have a crush on Peach, which they start teasing him like Luigi and stuff like that, you know, like kind of like her brothers do. Like they can clearly see the you know, so you can clearly see like they're like Luigi knows, and he's like, yeah, you know, go for it type thing. And it's just you know, it's nice, cute, and all that fun stuff. But it doesn't like and that's the thing. That's one of the things that kind of bugs me, is like, this could have been something that they fully had part of the ending, and I'll get to the ending, but either ways, Mario gives Peach a birthday present, which is her parasol, and she likes it. But then the shooting stars come by, which apparently was the arrival of that Luma that escaped, and so he shows up. They whatever, and he gets asked Peach to help them, and this soda is making my mouth more watery. And so Peach leaves after the initial thing. She kind of left a note. It's like, okay, the Mario Brothers are in charge, which is, like I said, you have a cute little moment where you see them taking care of stuff, which I thought was fun. Then they see Bowser. Apparently, you know, he's like, oh yeah, so Peach and them leave. And here's the thing that kind of bugs me a little bit, is the Luma turns, like, when they're ready to go, right? Peach and Toad are ready to go. They leave in the middle of the night or whatever. And when the Luma's ready to go, I mean, for them to go, they have that, like, okay, let's do it type thing. And they jump, like, he turns into one of those, like, little star things you see in the games that, like, you fall in, you do this twirl, and it shoots you, and that's what you do all the flying and stuff. And he's just gone. I'm assuming it means, because I guess he's literally gone for the rest of the movie, which bothers me a lot, because it's like, you figure, like, okay, this Luma might be a little bit of the guide, or you might get a little bit of a piece, like, being like, hey, you know, like, who's this Rosalina? You know, stuff like that to build for the things, but no, Luma's just gone after that. Like, I get it, that, yeah, from what I understand, is, so I kind of get it, because I guess, okay, so in the games, it's implied that whenever they transform into something or whatever, they, like, they'll do that. They can't, like, untransform, or however that works. However that works, and I'm assuming that's what supposedly happened, is he just basically just died because he turned into that whatever thing. But the fact that he just, like, they don't even acknowledge this. He's just suddenly gone. Like, he's not, like, so it's like, what? So that was probably that's probably the first instance where I had a pacing problem. I call it a pacing problem. It's more like just like a kind of a story thing. Story suspension thing. He's just gone. They don't talk about it. I'm gonna heal one more time. So, like I said, I did not like that. Yeah, I should get rid of the Pikachu, because I don't need the Pikachu. Oh, wait. No. I need to teach him flat. No, wait. I'm gonna go ahead and teach him cut. Anyways, so, like I said, move back to, there's a couple of things I think where they mention what Bowser Jr. is up to. Either way, so he comes there, his goal is to rescue his dad at this point. So, he shows up, tries to steal the thing, they get just about all the guys out, but he succeeds in yoinking out the castle. After that, they, either way, so he acts like they have this cool fight. They have the cool fight scene that you see some of it towards at the beginning of the one trailer. Which, like I said, looks cool. It's pretty enjoyable. You got some like different things. I don't know. I liked it. And then because I love the fact that like he's a lot more competent in his fighting. Which, like, oh, he shouldn't be competent. But, like, he got to the point he was a lot more competent in the first one. So I was fine with the fact they didn't try to give him a full-on training arc. And, like, oh my goodness, I'm the worst ever now again, you know? Now, with that being said... Hi, Tony. Anyways, so like I said, I didn't have no problem with that. So, you move on. Side note, I wonder if that's 100 steps from the exit. That'd be funny. Pokemon fight. Ready? Go. Anyways, so you have the thing. It's clear that Bowser is actually trying to do better. It's not just like an act. You can see through the entire movie, it's not an act. He actually is trying to do better, and he has a fun connection with Luigi. Mario doesn't trust him. And so what ends up happening is I think that's one of the things. Like all the plot beats, because all the plot beats just keep going and going. Like it's, you know, it's like it just kind of, and then this happened, and then suddenly they had the solution. You know, the solutions are to get to the next part. Like they presented the problem, but then it just kind of, now we're to the next thing. Anyways, so I guess I'm gonna kind of shift because you kind of see both what Mario, Luigi, and then Bowser. Because oh yeah, so between the two, so I'll get back to that. Okay, so Mario and Luigi, Bowser Jr. steals the thing. I think they actually, now that I think about it, did they even realize that Bowser Jr. was the reason? Actually, no, I don't think they did. And if they did, it was so subtle. Anyways, so they get Bowser Jr. trying to rescue his dad. He yoinks the castle like you see in the trailers, and they fight. He loses, but what ends up happening is, I guess it causes the castle to fall on some other planet, which turns out later is the one that has the queen bee in it. So anyways, so that's where they fall, and then he's like, oh no, so I guess he goes looking for them, but he stays in space, using a scanner or something. I don't know exactly. Oops, didn't mean to use razor leaf, but anyways, so like I said, it was fine. The second problem I had was, anyways, okay, so either way, so it falls on the planet. There's a little scene with Bowser trying to get Mario to say he's hey, I'm a good guy, and eventually Mario does, after Bowser kind of insults him for the last time, and finally he's like, rah rah rah, I'm going to do blah, and then finally he's like, okay, I'm going to so then he's like, okay, I'm going to either way, so he gets on his skin, he finally hits him to undo the mini mushroom thing, and that's kind of and then at first sounds like he's gonna like, oh, now I'm big in the but then he doesn't, and it shows that like, yeah, he's essentially turned over a new leaf. Eventually, he spots the castle where the honey thing is, and then it was a very quick interaction. Like they go like don't get me wrong. Why did I use? Oh dang! Yeah, hi Tony. That's my cat's name, by the way. Anyways, sorry. Like he gets to the point where he hops on my little stool that I use when I put my desk in like sit mode, and he'll just like kind of put his paw on me. But I usually don't know what he wants. Sometimes. Anyways, so you move on. Anyways, so they get to the queen. They pretty instantly, which I didn't have a problem with that, you know. But they're like, "Oh no, Bowser has to stay outside," which didn't really amount to anything. Either way, so the queen's like, "Hey, I want you to, like, the queen, like, okay." So they talk, and the queen's like, "Oh well, you destroyed my flowers because the castle dropped and destroyed some like." It didn't really seem like it destroyed anything necessarily, but I guess it just was in the field. And so, either way, so he's like, oh, you destroyed my flowers, I mean, or something like that, so now you have to pay. And then it gets resolved simply by Bowser just walking into the room. He's like, hey, I'll do it instead. Kinda. It's like a shortened version, almost, of the interaction with, like, the one king, what's his face? Basically, yeah, Bowser convinces this queen bee to have him work the labor, because there's something about a labor camp, and she's like, okay. So he gives them a ride, and like I said, it was like a shortened version of the fight, I mean, of the conversation with Cranky Kong, which is, yeah. So they take Bowser away, they fly off. And so here's the thing. This entire time, their goal is to get off the planet. I guess, okay, maybe their goal is, okay, they need to, they probably might as well go ahead and reconnect with Peach, because they don't really know where they're going, but that's the thing. They don't explain why they're trying to just reconnect with Peach. Because as far as they are aware, Bowser Jr. has nothing at all to do with Peach's goal to find Rosalina. Assuming that he was even in the rooms or even know that he was after Rosalina. But then again, they did show a little thing where he was kind of eavesdropping on that part. So I guess they kind of knew that part. But they didn't know anything about the Rosalina part, because, I mean, Bowser Jr., as far as I'm aware, because when he showed up, they said nothing about it. And as far as I'm aware, they knew that he was after the dad. So I'm like, because at one point it felt like, okay, their goal was to reconnect with Peach, but I thought, wait a minute, I thought their goal was just to leave the planet and then potentially go back home. They didn't say what their next move is, granted, but you see what I'm saying? Anyways, so they move on, and again, for anyone who joins, yes, this is going to be spoilers for the Mario movie. Mute it if you just want to see the gameplay, or whatnot. I'm just kind of doing a spoiler review of. You can go this way, right? Yeah, I'm just doing a spoiler review on it, kind of going through the scenes. You just pause every so often to say that. Anyways, so either way, okay. So, and that's the thing. Anyway, so after they reach, I'll come back to that part because I'll cover Peach's side. Anyways, so back with Peach, they arrive at this hub port type thing. So anyways, they ride back. They first find like this one of those monkey enemies, and he steals their stuff. They run after him, and they find that little casino type area, which is cool. And then like they get into like this fight with Wart, who I guess seems to be some kind of mob boss type thing, and he's all like, "Oh, you know, you don't want to mess with me," and then like he sends some of these goons after him. Which a thing I loved about it was that all the guys that was kind of like his inner circle was like, I think, what was it? Mauser, Birdo, him. I think the thing I loved about it was the fact that they're all Mario Brothers 2 enemies. I love the fact that they tied that in there without it being fully a part of it. And then then they had those ninjas fight them. And it's pretty cool. Peach was holding her own. Especially, and then with Toad helping a little bit. Just when he got like a penguin. Like I said, it was fun. It was a fun little scene. Really enjoyed it. Peach was kicking butt and taking names. It was cool. Either way, they got their stuff back and then they left. And then they get, and then the whole thing where like, they got to saying they went to try to find a pilot. You see a couple of cameos, and then they find Fox. The reason why apparently he's there is because apparently his warp drive blew up and he found himself there or something like that. Which, okay, that's fine. That didn't bother me. So he becomes the ride. And then jump back to Mario and gang. They arrived. And this is where they reconnect with Peach. But again, it's like at this, okay, so there's a joke about them, like, her going up to, like, the information center, which is run by a Rob, which is fun. And, there's this whole thing where he's being slow when he turns to the left to point at the map. He's like, this is where you need to go. And it's interesting because I'm pretty sure that Mario, unless I assumed that they were planning on doing that and they just happened to run into her, but no, I'm pretty sure I don't know. Either way, they reconvene with Peach, and I guess they decide to join them. And then they're like, okay, go to the Junkyard Galaxy, and so they get in their spaceship and run away. And I'm going to jump back to Bowser because it kind of shows what he's up to. Basically, they show him doing the thing. They kind of show he still has some feelings towards Peach. But it's definitely showing, like, it definitely seems like he might be letting her go a little bit. But you can clearly see that he's starting to change his way. He's kind of to the point where he's mostly changed. And, he also reveals that, yeah, he was his son, to Mario and Luigi before they got separated. That was his son. And, he hadn't seen them in a while. Seen him since in some time, though, and apparently he's off in boarding school, which you find that out when they finally get connected to each other. And at first you see a lot of things where, like, Bowser's worried because anytime, like, they try, like, he's like, Bowser Jr.'s like, oh yeah, I'm so hyped about wanting to rule the world, things like that, but, like, Bowser's not, like, with that, but, like, you see that apprehensive throughout. Then his sudden change just felt, I don't know what it is, but, like, it felt like they should have built it up a little bit more. Well, I'll get to that, but either way, so they head off, right? And so back to Mario, Peach, and Fox and all them. So they show up, they're headed to the Junkyard Galaxy, and then suddenly Bowser Jr.'s ship shows up. I guess they're on the way, sure, but they start firing at him randomly. Like, Bowser Jr. already has his dad. Why is he firing at them? There should have been, in my opinion, some kind of scene, even if it was like I found them. Oh, here, let me attack these guys. There's something. Even Bowser tried to keep him from killing them. And so he's just basically a de-aging game machine and ends up shooting Mario and them, and they get lost on a little thing, on the side thing. They land in the dinosaur, like, small dinosaur thing. There's a little encounter with the baby Luigi, whatever you see kind of from the trailer. they get unde-aged and show up, and the cute little moment with Mario and Peach and them, which is, like I said, it was nice. Like I said, you have this stuff where like you're building up to obviously Mario having feelings towards her, you know, and he's trying to deny it, but like his brother, you know, his brother and Yoshi and them, they know. Oh, and Yoshi doesn't really talk. He just does his usual Yoshi type stuff. I'm kind of shifting to that cut in case I have to deal with any more rock types. You know, I probably should have started that with the first Slowpoke. Like I said, it's evident that he likes her. Anyways, so there's a cute little moment where she's frustrated and Mario kind of joins with the frustration or not being frustrated with her. You'll have to watch it. Either way, so at this point, the Lumas show up. Now that I can't remember how they show up. I forget why. It wasn't random like the Bowser thing. There was a reason. I just forgot what it was. Anyways, so either way, they show up. That's how they get, you know, back with them. Yeah. So anyways, so moving on. And then you have, like, basically the finale. Bowser Jr. shows Bowser... Oh, there was this sweet moment where Bowser Jr. is showing, like, hey, like, I love the fact that you told me these bedtime stories and about how one day we'll create this amazing Bowser planet because nowhere else was cool enough. Or, you know... Like, it was a sweet moment. And the show just, like I said, Bowser was always... One of the cool things about Bowser was just how much of a dad he was, and how of a great dad he was. And either way, so you have that moment, and Bowser Jr. is like, hey, and he shows him the planet that he built, and like this super powerful blaster that he needed Rosalina. So Bowser was actually the one who told him way back when he was like a toddler, or something like that. And... so that's kind of what the thing is. He's making this ultimate weapon. He shows up. He shows us to whatever. And then this is about where Bowser basically finally has a change of heart. Like, you don't really fully see it. Like, you do see his, like, oh, this is cool type stuff. But his actual change just kind of almost felt like he was pretending to. But then he kind of felt like he went all out and just... Anyways, like, most of this stuff here was pretty cool when the Mario grew, they invade the place. Most of the fight scene was cool. I love the fact that they include a bridge thing with Bowser, like, stopping him trying to get past it. And even, like, a little fortress type thing, which was also fun. Anyways, so they fight. Trying to get Bowser, whatever. Like I said, this time he's full on changed. And Peach is there too, so he's trying to kill Peach. What? Like... I'm like, he did a full 180. Even like, I don't understand Mario. Because, oh yeah. Basically, after Bowser agreed to do that, that's where Mario, like, agreed to serve the prison sentence for... essentially the hard labor sentence for Mario, for what there's gonna have Mario and Luigi do. So because of that, Mario kind of changed his idea towards him. Granted, after he kind of swapped sides, but like he kind of knew at that point that yeah, there was some. So I would love to keep Growth, but I do like his other. I would rather have the other ones right now. So back to my story. So yeah, like I said, anyways, like I said, a bunch of cool moments. He falls, he becomes Dry Bowser. Mario and Peach, no. Mario and, like, this is, at this point, they get Peach into the castle. Peach is the one who rescues Rosalina. And I forgot to mention something. Turns out, so So after they saved him from the dinosaur land, Peach goes into Rosalina's little storybook area and finds her book, and turns out that Peach is Rosalina's sister, which is kind of fun that they actually like confirmed that. And long story short, they were together on some like planet thing. Someone tried to attack them. It didn't say who though, which was the interesting part. It just said that they were attacked by someone. And so to save her, so for Rosalina to save her, sister, she sent her down a warp pipe essentially, which is where the Toads found her or whatever. Doesn't explain why she never went back to find her, but apparently was keeping tabs on her. Like I said, it's kind of strange. Like, they didn't explain that. Anyways, she rescues, she goes in there, gets Rosalina out of the machine using some magic power, space power stuff that turns out Peach has. Which, like I said, that did bother me. Mario and Luigi stop Dry Bowser. And then, Bowser Jr. basically uses his paint, creates the dragon from Odyssey, which I thought was pretty cool. But then instead of them attacking him, he suddenly attacks Bowser Jr., which is really weird. Mario uses the super power up from Galaxy, saves him or whatnot, like busts him out, which it was a really quick fight and it was kind of lame. I think one of the things I actually did not like about it was they did the Mario motif, especially when he first started fighting Bowser, but like they just stopped it. I'm like, keep it going. Like, this fight would have been so much more epic if you would have kept the Mario Galaxy song going, like they did when they did the Superstar thing. That would have been so much better. I would have loved it so much, but no. And they did the Mario, like I said, they did it a time or two, but like I said, I think they should have kept it going. They didn't. It made me sad. What else? Yeah. So either way, I guess Bowser's not just Dry Bowser. They don't say what happened to him. Like, whenever they use their magic power, it also turned the entire planet grassy or whatever. And so they headed home. They find out that Peach's castle was bad, so they decide, we'll rebuild it. It was a cool little moment, but then after they finished, I think, no, it was a little before that. Like, I think Peach introduced Rosalina, and it's like, yeah, this is my sister, something like that. And then like a hey-o, and then you also had, like, I think after the castle was finished, Peach gave Mario like a kiss on the cheek or whatever. And that was it. There was even a hint of like saying like, oh, hey, Mario, you should ask her out. Nothing like that happened. Like, they needed a proper aftermath, and they just didn't do it. Which is probably my biggest problem I had with it. Was they didn't, like, you didn't get to see, like, a little bit of, like, hey, how is Peach and Rosalina going to connect after all this time, or whatever. Or, hey, what's going to happen between Mario and, like, the whole build-up towards Mario, like, having a crush on. Is he going to actually ask Peach out? Oh, no, he just gets a kiss on the cheek, and he kind of blushes, and that's it. And then you find out what happens to Bowser, and the post credits where he's in the thing with he's in prison with Bowser Jr. And I guess he's that little thing where you see the Luma with the shelf hat. And they're trying to escape. It's like so Bowser just turned around? Like, you had all that momentum building up to that. Even the fact where, like, you had the fact that they was encouraging him with reconnecting with his son, but, like, that was, like, it. And, like, so much missed potential. I can't deny, like, that was a down moment in it. Like I said, the ending needed better, it needed a better aftermath. Yeah, because, like, yeah, that alone would have, I think that alone would have been, like, the biggest help. Anyways, side note, let's find the move reminder. It's supposed to be here somewhere. Not remove the forgetter. Not you. Is he here? It's weird because I positively said that there was, unless he's in the Pokemon Center. Let me look it up. Fuchsia. I'm done. I'm still okay. It's still fine because I am gonna. That's the same town I get strength, so it's fine. But yeah, Anyways, we shall press forward. Either way, I think that's mostly, like, that's essentially going through it. Overall, it was fun. They needed some more sit down and let's explain things, or let's just show, like, Peach, like, what's going on with Peach and, Rosalina. Oh, also the post-credit scene shows Daisy in that port I mentioned. So, but she didn't talk, so it's not like we know what she's gonna sound like. So, I am curious about what the next movie is gonna be about. But, I don't know. Which, like, is interesting because the fact that, like, Wart and them are in there, and I don't know. Never mind, that's not connected to Daisy. Need to decide I'm gonna sit down. So yeah, and so, like I said, it's just, there's a bunch of parts, pacing, and like once it starts going, that's fine. But once you get to the end, don't just have like a, yay, I win, because like, there was so many more things between like, Peach, like, and her sister, like, can we get a little bit of moment between those two instead of just like, let's fix your castle? That's it. We didn't get really, like, a really decent, like, them, like, reconnecting. Like, it doesn't have anything big. It's like, why, like, the fact is like, oh, she could ask, like, oh, why, who was after you? Like, she didn't have to say it, but it was at the end of the movie, so she could have at least hinted at it. Or, why didn't you come back to see me? And it's just weird. Like I said, I just didn't like the way that it ended. Like I said, it could have done a lot better. But as I said, generally, it was fine. I still have to say I like the first one better. I think even more so because of the fact I hate you that they did that. But yeah, I think Wish I could learn Sludge. Sludge Bomb or something. But overall, it's just kind of sad that like they might be saving like showing them reconnecting things like that in the other movie. Though I wouldn't be surprised if like they don't even do that. Like all she does is she goes to her other thing, and you might hear like yeah, we kind of reconnect. Like we sometimes reconnect. The rules of double battles is I just have to keep. I'm not allowed to attack with the other Pokemon. I just have to keep swapping it out. Oh yeah, Razor Leaf does both. That's kind of cool. So one of the things. So back to my. So I guess that's really all I have to say about the Mario movie. So outside of that, so going back to this, did you just put Venusaur to sleep? Of course you did. So going back to this, there's parts of me that's I'm like I kind of really wonder what's gonna happen with like okay, so I'm wondering how well Blastoise is gonna work. Because don't get me wrong, you're gonna have less Pokemon that resist water. Yeah, there are some water Pokemon we've seen, but not that many. Because water resists water. Trying to think of other Pokemon that actually do like resist and whatnot. Dang it, trying to think. I guess no, bugs don't. What all resist water? Water resists water. Steel resists water. So that steel ones are going to be even more of a pain. So, I don't know. But yeah, so you have Water Gun. I do want to check the department store because you get Water Pulse after beating Misty, but like I said, if it's yeah, like I don't know, it kind of sucks because his attacking moves are going to be basically Water Gun and Bite. I think he eventually learns like Strength, but that's gonna be a while before I get that. Yeah, let me look. He gets Bite, Protect, which is fine. Yeah, that's really it. Let's see. He gets his moveset. Let's see. Withdrawal. Okay, so Tackle, Tail Whip, Bubble, Withdrawal. Water Gun, which is what he's going to have. Bite, Rapid Spin, Protect. So Protect, Rain Dance, that's at level 42 by the way, so around right now. Skull Bash, Hydro Pump, and Skull Bash and Hydro Pump are 55 and 68. He can learn Brick Break, but if I'm not mistaken, I don't think it's his department store move. He can learn Strength, obviously Surf. And Kingdom Word Waterfall, but that's post. That's definitely post game. So he can learn some moves. He can apparently even learn Dig. That's crazy. So yeah, huh. Because Water Gun is only base 40. Razor Leaf is like 50, 55, right? Yeah, 55. And it has a high crit ratio, so it's already better than Water Gun. But it doesn't but not as many Pokemon resist water. So I don't know. Because it's a part of me that kind of wants to teach him some other moves, like Blizzard or Ice Beam, whichever one you get at the department store. I think it's Blizzard, though, which sucks. She only has 5 power points. I am considering Brick Break because he can learn it. My only problem is it is a renewable one. And I'm pretty sure that one is at the... You get that one at the department store, which... It also depends on Dig. Because I will be fine with teaching him Dig to handle, like, electric Pokemon or whatever. So I guess he really needs something to deal with grass types. Because most of your grass type Pokemon are also dual poison types. So you can't just like brick break them. I guess you can, yeah, I guess you can bite them, but... it feels kind of like, as dumb as it is, it's a resource you have, and it almost feels cheating because it's not an infinite resource. Ish, because it, like, this is why I count the department store TMs more than I do the game corner TMs, because... And yes, I just realized, yeah, I am less than half. That's always fun. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I tend to count the department store TMs more than the game corner ones, simply because they're less expensive. Because, yeah, his... like, withdrawal is not exactly the best when you're going to be probably hit with more, poison type, like, you're probably going to be hit with more special types? I don't know. I am a little disappointed by the fact that I'm still not OHKOing some of these guys. Despite the fact I am nearly double their level. Yeah, it still takes 2. Okay. Gonna go back and heal. That's crazy. I'm nearly double their level. And I'm still not OHKOing stuff. Yeah, it is cut as opposed to the 60 base, but that's only like 10 more, no, that's 5 more base power. Right? Or is, no, it's... See, cut is 50. Compared to wing attack, which is 60. So that's 10 more base power, but still. Okay, it is stab. Yeah, okay, I did forget that. It is stab. So I suppose so, but it still feels weird that we're still nearly double and we're still not OHKOing. I don't know, like, especially when it comes to Venusaur, like, the problem is that most of his moveset is not reusable. Right? Because sure, he can get Bullet Seed if you wanted to give him that for some reason. Or Earthquake eventually, but you only get one of those. You only get one Sludge Bomb that I'm aware of. So it's like, would you even give your Venusaur Earthquake? Like, you'd probably give it on, you know, some of your other Pokemon that strangely doesn't get, can't regularly learn it, you know? She's a lot of Pokemon. Sorry. Had to do with a thing. Like I said, I am probably going to teach him Brick Break. And possibly Blizzard. Who would use it? Like, in a typical playthrough, withdrawal's not really needed. Like, increasing your defenses typically is not needed. Now, I'm not saying, like, increasing your attack power. Now, that's usually more needed. But, yeah. So, go here. Quickly heal our team. Go do some shopping. See what all is in the TMs are in the store to prepare for our Blastoise run. Oh yeah, go ahead and grab the T while I'm at it. Thank you, thank you. Usually they have a list of what you can buy there. What can I buy here? Oh, here we go. Hyper Beam. Granted, you also have to remember that... No, I think I'm confusing it with Solar Beam. No, he can learn Hyper Beam. That's interesting. Okay, Dig is a TM. And purchasable at the mart. And it's only 2,000, which ain't bad. Can you learn Dig? Is it 28? Nope. Brick Break. Yep. Secret Power. Tracked. Oh no, is Blizzard... Oh, that's so disappointing. Oh, I need to grab some Great Balls. Wait, why did I max out? Whatever. Because I'm guaranteed to catch the stupid Snorlax. Wow, I am thoroughly disappointed. Because I thought at least Ice Beam or Blizzard was one. Yeah, because I thought like one was Ice Beam, the other one was Blizzard. You know, I have to get the coin case. No, because that's not what I'm looking for. $4,000 coins. Oh, that's where you get those? It's weird. This is like one of the only games that like you have to get, like, you don't just like get them as you play. How much to actually get? It's 10,000 for 500 coins, which means to get Blizzard, needs like what, 6? Yeah, it's 1,000. So that's 8,000. You have to buy it to 8 times. So that's 80,000 coins in yen. For yeah, that sucks. But you can get it. It might be one of those ones that, like, I might grab it just before the league or something. But even then, it feels... Well, it's positive you can get Blizzard at the store. Alright. I will note that when I played as a kid, I had an XP share on my Farfetch'd. So this might not be as bad as what I remember. Let's head to the rocket hideout. So yeah, this might not be as I remember because I think I was already getting less, like my Venusaur wasn't as high as it could have been. But yeah, these are the ones I remember struggling against, the Team Rocket battles. I think part of it, I also remember when I was practically solo running Crystal with primarily just my Meganium. You face so many rockets that use poison type Pokemon. I don't know, how did I get here? Okay, how far am I going to be going? I don't know. Now that I think about it, can't you just go straight into there? Into Saffron now and take on Sabrina? I don't think it's a good idea, but... He surrenders! Yay! Didn't something happen when I was here last time? I don't think I was getting Flamethrower because I got Flamethrower before now. Was this where I got Wing Attack actually? Thankfully they use a decent amount of Machop. I'm still trying to figure out what he's doing with his other hand. Because the one you can clearly see it, but is he doing like a... Like, does he have both hands kind of up? Or... It almost looks like one might be behind his back? Just, though it just bleeds into it. Yeah, frustration. If it wasn't for the fact my Venusaur probably loves me, yeah, I would judge just so he could, like, handle my frustration. Yeah, that reminds me, I should probably go and deposit some items in my PC before my bag is too full. Oops. It's funny how just about all those ones, you get two options. Your goal is to pick the first one, not the last one. Sabrina's gonna be evil, that's for sure. Might end up actually coming back to Sabrina because, yeah, if I remember right, I am not gonna face Sabrina until I at least get strength, because, yeah, it is going to be way difficult trying to take on Sabrina with just, yeah. Okay, cool. I didn't do the wrong place first. I'm so used to, like, the newer games where you can't just, like, use the L button for confirm. And more so, like, so if I take my hand off the confirm, I'm like, oh no, I have to reach over and press the A button. I'm like, oh wait, no, I don't have to do that. Why did I'm dumb. Please don't Supersonic. I'll accept that. Oh no. Who has the lift key? Clearly not that guy. Till I snatched it. Ooh, ha ha ha. Yeah, in the original games, those warp tiles are so slow. Did I face this guy? Yes, I did. You take that. You get at least 3 moonstones. This reminds me. I think it's called Pokemon Red the movie, or whatever. That's on YouTube. It's like a 3-hour long dude that this thing that this guy made. Oh, he is awesome. Go check it out. Like I said, it's like 3 hours, but it is it's worth it. That's how good it is. I want that item. He did some gold stuff, and I do have one main issue with what he did with gold. Yeah, see, again, you have to do the first one, not the second one. Wait, I do have one minor issue with that one. Because, let's just say they brought in other characters that wasn't from that in order to solve a problem that they set up. So I'm like, it kind of sucks that, like, you know, the main character... Anyways, I don't want to spoil it really too much, so I should check it in, because I kind of wonder if he finished it. Because I know he was definitely getting towards... Well... Because I think he's gotten to where, like, he goes to Kanto, I think? Or did he already go to Kanto? I forget which one it was. I am curious to see the gold versus red fight. Oof, that's going to be so satisfying. Because, like I said, it is really good. Like I said, check it out. The red one itself, awesome. The gold version so far isn't as good. Like, if I say it's not as good, that doesn't mean that it's not good, right? It just means that, like, I like the original one, the first one, better. Again, referring to the red thing. you know. But yeah, check it out. It's 3 hours for the first one. I don't know if the gold one is finished yet. It's still a good time. I'm enjoying it. I enjoyed it. Should check it out again. But yeah. Also, check out the Mario Galaxy movie. Like I said, it's not like I said. You're going to enjoy it. You know. So it's in general a good time. You know. Venusaur struggling again. No third basement floor? I guess there technically is. Oh. Calcium, yay! Okay, I gotta fight these guys. I wonder if you can tell based off of team which grunt he is. I'm trying to save some razor leaves for Giovanni. I guess I could have cut him. Jerk. How dare you, good sir? The beauty of your evil? Evil's not beautiful. Evil is evil, obviously. I'm just gonna cut. But yeah, for sure, I'm gonna get strength before I take on Sabrina. So probably what I'm gonna do... Oh, I hate you so much. So probably what I'm gonna do is go get the Sylph Scopes, like get the Poke Flute, and then ignore Sylph's taken over, being taken over, head to Fuchsia, grab Surf and Strength, head back. Ugh. Oh no. That paralyzes, doesn't it? How dare you? Just need one more. I don't think I have any paralysis heals. So is I gonna have to go into the Giovanni fight being paralyzed? Dang it! Whatever. Yeah, I just realized, because a lot of those guys love to use Ghost-type Pokemon. The Chandlers. Oh, he's only got 2 Pokemon? I was positive he had more, and it's just 2. Are you kidding me? It's kind of funny how, despite being paralyzed, I am faster. But then again, I guess I'm also, once again, nearly double his speed level. There you go. Now he's faster. Unless there's a speed tie, but yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, yeah, he lowered my speed. Really? We're gonna start. I was about to say, we're gonna start the stomp flinching, the paraflinch. See, how many times did that take? Just because he was paralyzed and then Razor Leaf missed? Oh, he does have more? Don't like that. That never happened? Yeah, because seriously, I kept missing Razor Leaf, so I took damage I otherwise wouldn't have taken. I am glad I saved that before the fight. Okay, how many Pokemon does he have? He has 3. It's fine. Please don't miss. Thank you. Seriously, 95% chance and you miss? And then get paralyzed? Like, Rhyhorn should die in 1 hit. Thank you for not missing. Should probably stop hitting my microphone. Just because I'm going to Leech Seed you. If I can. Are you kidding me? Come on! Thank you, Hug. I should be able to take another Mega Punch. Now I don't know if I'm going to be able to take another Mega Punch. Please get put this. You know what? Now I even more don't know if I'm going to be able to take a Mega Punch. But he's in 2 Razor Leaf. Assuming he doesn't use a potion, which actually would be fine. Oh no! Survive! 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 Are you? And you crit again? First of all, Mega Punch doesn't have a high crit rate. What the flip? Flippity floppity floop. Am I seriously gonna have to leave and go all the way back to the Pokemon Center just to get rid of that paralysis? We have we don't have a reason to just not just go for it. Should be an easy 2-hit KO. Thank you. Like, you try to do fancy stuff, and it's like, oh, you should just attacked. Like, it's no wonder as kids, we just attack, you know? I don't know what to say. No, I'm not. I just have to fight you. Thankfully, you didn't disable me. I was like, oh no, if I get poison, I forgot I'm a poison type. That's fine. Thank you. All right. I'm curious if, as soon as I leave, if the Team Rocket guys banish. Nope, he's still there. All right. Gonna grab Erica. Erica. Yeah, I might as well do that while I'm here. Famous last words. Yeah, seriously, my first ever Nuzlocke I did on my own. I was gonna go past Misty. And I'm like, oh, here, let me just take care of that. Like, and I was on the way to Surge. What happened was I forgot about Misty. I was about to go to Surge, and she swept my team. Absolutely hated that. Because, like, basically, there's a lot of para hacks and things like that. I'm like, are you kidding me? You just happen to get the confusion off? You just happen to get the... Yeah, you just happen to get the confusion off, and then that happened to crit, and yada yada yada. It was, yeah, it was evil. I don't think I've fully done, like, there was, I did attempt to do a, I did do a, what do you call it? I did do a Nuzlocke one time for, like I was going to do for a roleplay I was going to do with someone, but since the roleplay kind of died, I stopped it. And outside of that, I guess the only other thing I've done is probably the shiny lock. Yeah, yes, I'll be getting back to it. As I said, I want to finish this first. Then I'll get back to it. Mostly because I don't want to keep starting projects and then never finishing them. Right? Because, like, you've probably seen the channel. I have so many ones that I start like, oh, I'm going to finish this. Like, there's even one, I think, what was it? The Dark Duel story? No. The one with Sacred Cards. Did I actually? I can't remember if I streamed that or recorded that. I don't remember which. But you do kind of get a little bit discouraged when like it doesn't seem like anyone's watching it. And one of the reasons why I kind of like to stream as opposed to record, because then it's just on there, you know. That being said, I should start making some of those compilation videos, because like for a lot of my games that I've played, for some of the ones I did, I basically like especially like a lot of my first runs for a lot of the games I played, the Pokemon and things like that, I did a lot of clips, you know, for like special moments and things like that. And so I kind of want to go and like compile them into something. So you'll be able to find them all. Alright, Mr. Bulbasaur, meet your evolved form, Mr. Venusaur. It should be fine. Like I said, definitely looking forward to getting strength. Of course you have a nearby Pokemon. It's more just, I don't want to have to leave the gym. And I'm probably going to have to. Keep in mind that if I'm having issues with PowerPoint issues, just imagine a non-overlevel Venusaur that's going to have to take multiple cuts and stuff just to get past them. Granted, you're probably not going to be using Venusaur in the grass gym, but, you know, with other ones, you know. Are you kidding me? Now I do have to leave. Because I am not dealing with that. I might at least try to finish off the trainers. Blah. Yeah, it's funny. Potion didn't get it all 100%. It's practically 100%. Probably like with me right now, it's like one HP off. Oh, I'll go heal after this. Hoping that he'll just get by it. No. Don't get me wrong, Blastoise is probably going to be just as, probably even more annoying because it's a weakness. And I'm going to have, by this point, I will have Water Gun, Bite, and probably Brick Break. Rather I end up buying the Ice Beam. I feel like if I need to, just to get past the grass gym. But then again, I can actually come back to the grass gym now that I think about it. Yeah, I'll just come back. Okay, I'll attempt it. But, oh no, I meant to go heal. Whatever. As I'll probably attempt it. And then if I have to come back, I'll come back. I don't remember what this gym gives you for HM-wise. Because I know, like, when I see, like, J-Rose 11 or whatever, I know when he does a lot of them, he keeps forgetting to do Erica. So, I know it's not... I don't know what HM it actually covers. Because it's clearly not Fly, because he definitely has been flying around. Might be Surf? Huh. Oh. I better not accidentally start the Erica fight before I heal. Oh no, I misclicked. Blah. Oh, it was fine. I am not messing with paralysis. You know, let's just do it. Probably should have saved before I did, but I don't care. She's only got 3 Pokemon. He'll be fine. Okay, cool. It's not in potion range, but it's a 2-hit KO, so that's nice. Oh wait, how many cuts do I have left? Okay, that should be enough, as long as nothing gets potioned or anything. I'm just glad that whenever you get fully paralyzed or whatnot, it doesn't use up a power point. Because that'd suck. Not only do you not get the hit, it'd be just as bad as missing, you know? There's like a roll. Or range, or whatever you want to call it. That's annoying. Okay. It's like, you better get taken out. Thank you. Oh. Like I said, it is the grass gym, so it's not like, oh my goodness, it's a big deal, but... Yeah, it would be if, you know, I actually was gonna use it. Because yeah, Blastoise will eventually be able to use Strength as well as a decent move. You know, 80 power. Neutral damage, sure, but it's better than Tackle. So yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and go pick up Fly. Can't use it yet, but can still pick it up. And we'll go ahead and do Lavender Town. Yeah, I have to wait. So yeah, go do that, do Lavender Town, come back, hit up, capture the Snorlax, go through the Cycling Road, do Fuchsia, and come back and do the Sabrina stuff. Oh, of course not. This is because I would really like to get Strength. Funny enough, probably when I'm doing Blastoise, I might do the exact same thing. Simply because, you know. Because, like, why not? Because, yeah, because I'd want to get access to Surf as soon as possible. Excuse me. Probably after I get Fly, that's probably going to call this episode. Yeah, I'll get Fly, and then head to Lavender so I don't forget where I'm going next. Why do I need to use Fly? Oh, I can just fly. Okay. That was easy. It's okay. As a funny enough, just looking at the map, it's like it seems so not too complicated, yet, like, again, if you just look at it, like, it's like, oh yeah, it just goes easily that. No, that's so much more complicated than what it looks. Anyways. Heal. And then, like I said, next time, we're going to do Lavender Town, head up, catch the Snorlax, head up Cycling Road, do all that, get the Fuchsia, pick up Surf and Strength, teach it the Strength with the move learner thingamajigger, and that should be it. And we'll do the rocket stuff. Anyway, so, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. You guys have a great night, and take care.